Hey kiddos, in this video we're going to go over how to calculate the surface area of a triangular prism. And so below we'll see the triangular prism, which is located here. You'll also see a real life model in class. And then we have what's called the net of the triangular prism, which lets us see each of the faces of the triangular prism if this was laid out flat. Now, for the question, it states that the figure below is a triangular prism, which you've learned about in the past. Its net has been drawn to the right. Label the net and derive the formula for the surface area of a triangular prism like you did in our class when we last learned about rectangular prisms. So, triangular prism, what do we see? Over here, we see this purple line, which is showing us the height of the triangle. So we're just going to label that right here, that this is the height of the triangle. Whatever we have on one side has on the other. So this likewise is the height of the triangle. We're going to call this part here side 1, which is all the way at the bottom. So this is equal to side 1. And this is equal to side 1. Now, if we change the color, on this side, we have side 3. And we're going to say that this side is side 3. Well, this side is going to connect to this side as well. So that means this is going to be equal to side 3. And so that on the opposite side, this would be equal to side 3 as well. And if this is side 3, that means, let's go with a different color. This is side 2. So this is side 2. I'm just going to label this 2. And this is side 2 as well. And label this 2. And if we take a look at our prism as well, we see that this is the length of the prism. And so that means this is the length, this is the length, this is the length, and this is the length. So if we were to figure out, or if we were to derive the formula for surface area, remembering that surface area is just adding all of the areas of each of the faces of this prism, of the prism that we're looking at, then what would it be? Well, to begin with, let's start with 1. If we're looking at this rectangle here where I put the dot, it's going to be side 1 times the length. I'm going to draw an X over here. If we wanted to find the area of this face, it would be side 2 times the length, because it's length times width to find the area of a rectangle. And then I'm going to draw a triangle here. If we wanted to find the area of this rectangle, it would be side 3 times the length. Are those the only faces? No. Those are 3 of the 5 faces, because we see that there's a total of 5 faces. So now to find the area of this triangle, the triangular face, well, what's the formula for triangle? Formula for a triangle is half of our base times the height. And when we look at our triangle, what's the base? The base is side 1. And we don't know what the height is, but it's represented by h. And we've got 2 triangles. So if I take the first half and then I add it to another half, because it's going to be identical on the other side. Imagine that this says 1/2 base times height. What would that be equal to? If I have a base, if I have half plus a half, what does that equal to? Well, that equals to 1 whole. So that means if I add these 2 other faces together, these 2 triangles together, it would just be equal to side 1, which is the base of that triangle, times whatever the height of the triangle is. So this formula right here, which you should go ahead and write in your composition notebook, this formula right here is the formula that you would use to find the area or excuse me, the surface area of a triangular prism. Finding the area of side 1 times the length, side 2 times the length, side 3 times the length, and then with our two triangular faces, it'd be side 1 times the height. So our key point for today, kiddos, is that the surface area of a triangular prism is side 1 times the length, side 2 times the length, and side 3 times the length. And then adding side 1 times the height. By doing so, we can calculate what the surface area of a triangular prism is. Great. Now let's use that formula with the work that we're going to be doing today.